do when it's all my money that you could spend? When it's all my money that you could spend? When it's all my money that you could spend, then you pass my door, you won't look in. Now I'm going and you're crying, don't make me stay. Yes, I'm going and you're crying, won't make me stay. Yeah, I'm going, yes I'm going, crying won't make me stay. The more you cry, baby, the more you drive me away. Oh Lord, have mercy on poor me. Oh Lord, have mercy on poor me. Oh Lord, mercy on me. Baby, you haven't done nothing but mistreat for me. That was my version of What Have I Done to You by Baby Tate. And if you're interested in the tablature, please do open the video description for more information. Although I have a capo on the 2nd fret, I'm in standard tuning because this guitar is tuned down. So this is an E, A, B, G, B, and E. One more. Baby Tate was a very interesting Carolina bluesman who sadly didn't record much. I did a few of his other pieces, the fantastic instrumental Bad Blues, for example. And it was mainly influenced by Blind Boy Fuller and a bit of Lightning Hopkins. And some others, of course, but it was mainly a Carolina bluesman. And this arrangement, it's a set piece, so there's no really improvisation. And Blind Boy Fuller used this for Careless Love and some other tunes as well. Those arrangements, well, they were taken out for a lot of mileage sometimes. So, it's in the key of A, and let's start with the introduction. So a lot of the single notes are played with a temp, and you get a fatter sound for that. And also when it comes to timing, your temp is your timekeeper, so it's also better for timekeeping to play that with a temp. And I think these old blues guys played a lot more with the temp as we think. We were brought up with, well, the temp is for the bass strings and the index and the middle fingers are for the treble strings, but they had luck on that. They did whatever they pleased and used their temp much more than we expect. So, bend, 2nd fret, to an E7, and slide into the A chord. 1, 2, 3. E, and sliding into the A chord one more time. So one more time. So bar 4, double bass, and we really hit the strings. Don't be a pussy and play like that, but hit the strings very hard in these kind of pieces. Same for the upstroke. It's not just the 5th fret and the 3rd fret, but the 2nd fret also rings, and even the 3rd. Walking to the D7, and when I play that, I'm keeping my 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. I want to ring that into the next beat. And I release the 3rd string, because otherwise the bend becomes difficult. And then slide to the 4th fret on the 4th string and form a diminished chord, 5-4, 5-4, and bend the whole thing so that 3rd and 2nd string are bent. Very modern sounding for country blues, that diminished chord. And then in bar 7, that move, it's used in a lot of tunes. For example, if you listen to Reverend Gary Davis, you will find that in a lot of his tunes, like 12 Gates to the City. All his tunes in the key of A use that. Well, not all, but many. So where were we? Let's start from the beginning and play those first 3 lines. Bar 9 we have, and a lot of those bass movements are double basses, and they're muted then afterwards, like bar 8, bar 7 and 8, 9. Sliding to the A chord, so we were at bar 10, sliding to the A chord, the A7, just 2 fingers, pull off. Thumb down, double bass, again bend that 3rd fret, 2nd string, and I'm using 2 fingers to do that bend, and playing with the 10th right hand. Hit and mute that A chord, cowboy chord, but with the open E string. And then to an E7 in bar 13. E7. To an A minor, you could say, but just fingering freehand. Alright, then we have the first verse, and all the verses are the same. There are no, there's no improvisation there, it's just the set arrangement. Alright, so bar 17. So that's it to bar 21. So we're starting with the minor move, and I'll sing softly. Little girl, what have I done to you? Little girl, what Now you notice that the other verses, well, the singing starts, little girl, and that works for the other verses too, but to add some, well, swing feel, I start a bit before when it's all, you see? So bar 16. Now I'm going, oh Lord, like that. So the guitar arrangement is pretty much like the introduction we've seen before. Little girl, what have... And that last beat of the 17th measure, damp, and then upstroke with the index. That's the easiest thing to do. Little girl, what have I done to you? This move is, we've seen that before. Little girl, what have I done to you? Again, that slide to the diminished chord. And be strong with that temp. So let's review one more time till the 24th bar. Little girl, what have I done to you? Little girl, what have I done to you? Little girl, and notice the muting also, and to you. Kept short with muting of the palm, the right side of your right hand. A bit unusual there in bar 23. So it's not an alternating bass pattern there. Little girl, little girl, what in the world I've done to you? So again, that in the introduction we did that without bass. And here. And you see there are basses between brackets. You don't have to play them. I think in the most of the verses I played. Sorry. I played the last two beats with a bass. That works best for me. So, bar 24. Little girl, what in the world I've done to you? Same moves. Bar 25, 6 and 27. And let's start with bar 25 again. Little girl, what in the world I've done to you? And that you can let that ring not as long as you want, but longer than just one beat. It's not really mandatory there. I've done beloved to you, for you to treat me like you do. It's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle with the vocals, and you have to be careful that you allow the full beats. Otherwise you're gonna, well, the vocal's gonna get tangled up there. And that's it basically. I'll do the second verse slowly also, and start at bar 16. When it's all my money that you could spend, when it's all my money that you could spend, when it's all my money that you could spend, then you pass my house and you won't look in. You see, at 26th bar, what I wrote out is, what in the world? And that is, for the other verses, replaced by a hum. And so on. Now, the coda, the ending, that's what Baby Tate does. And I did something different. Well, I like different endings. I think when you finally arrive at this moment of the song, then you should have mastered it. Then you should be, well, a big boy enough to find an ending and that suits you. And I did. Something like that, so. Just walking down the chords, pinky, 5th fret, 2nd and 3rd string. Let that bass string ring. Like that. I did one very small variation for bar 20. That's what in the tap, and I did like that. So you're having the 3rd beat, the A7, instead of the beat before that. So that's it for What Have I Done to You. Try to listen to Baby Tate. There are plenty of his songs here on YouTube and also on Spotify, I think. Very nice and important artist. So, have fun.